We have that same pattern. And then do the exact same shape, only between the 5th string and the 2nd string. So we're at the same fret and everything, we're just on a different string. And then the final one is going to be on the 5th string, tapping D, pulling off the G, hammering on A, which in this case will be the 9 since we're doing a G major arpeggio. And then our 4th finger will be on B. And then we'll skip to the 3rd string, move it up a whole step, and do the same thing in the last octave. So let's hear the whole lick at a slow tempo. And if we take it up to speed, this is a technique I use for playing fast 1-octave arpeggios, and we'll do this one in A major. We'll start out with E on the 3rd string, which will be the 5th, and then on the 2nd string we'll have the root, and on the high E string we'll have C sharp, which will be the major 3rd, and then we'll have the 5th again in octaves on the high E string. So we have this kind of shape. And where the tapping comes in is tapping the high A, which would be the octave of the root. And the way I'm picking this is that with my right hand, I'm kind of sweeping the first 3 strings, the first 3 notes, hammering on from C sharp to E, and then tapping A, and then pulling off from A to E, and pulling off from E to C sharp, and then going back down. On the way down, I'm not picking it all, I'm just hammering on. So if we play it slow, it would sound like this. And if we speed it up, when I get it going fast like that, I just, most of the time, don't even pick it. But it's good to start off by picking it. The cool thing about doing these arpeggios like this is just by changing your right hand, you can get different notes. For example, you can get a major 7 sounding arpeggio just by tapping G sharp with your right hand, and that sounds like this. At the end there, I add a G sharp on the 2nd string too, to bring out more of a major 7 sound. Here's a lick which incorporates that technique and string skipping. We'll start out on G on the low E string, and we're going to do a triplet between G and F sharp. And then we're going to skip to the high E string, so we have the biggest skip you can make on the guitar. And we're going to tap B, pull off to A, pull off to F sharp, and we're going to have D on the 2nd string and A on the 3rd string. So that would sound like this. And then we're going to go to the 5th string and have B and A, and then go to the high E string and tap D, pull that off to B, pull that off to G, and then hammer on E, and then we're going to have B on the 3rd string. Now we're going to pivot from D and C sharp to F sharp, being tapped on the 2nd string, pulling that off to D, and then pulling that off to B on the 2nd string, hammering on A on the 3rd string, and F sharp on the 4th string. And then we're going to pivot between A and G sharp, and then tap D on the 2nd string, pull off to A, and then hammer on F sharp, and then hammer on D. So let's hear what we have so far. At that point, we're going to pull off from D to B. That'll sound like that. And then we're going to hammer on C and B. So we have a triplet there. And then we're going to tap F, pull that off to E, pull that off to C. We're going to have A on the 2nd string and E on the 3rd string. And then the very last one will be G and F sharp, and then tap E, pull off to D, pull off to B. And then we have G on the 2nd string and D on the 3rd string. So let's hear the whole lick in tempo.